What's up, guys? Growing Graft, and we are back. And yeah, you might have just seen something a little bit right there, and that's because I decided to after I finished that, I decided to go ahead get this path all hooked up nice and over here. And yeah, I got to fully go around the alligator exhibit, and also I did some work over here on this one. So this used to go back here. I made it smaller because today we are doing the otters, if you couldn't tell by the title of the video. And also worked on the railing right here and the viewing area right there, and the path right here as well. And so the viewing area, you know, it starts right up here. You can go down here, and yeah, this here's the viewing area. Actually, I think I might just hurry up and grab this right here and try to get this right here to turn a little bit. All right. So yeah, so here's the viewing area. You have this area right over here, this little rock, just kind of separate it, make it seem a little bit more natural. And another area right over here, and then right over here you have the exit. And I did this right here at the end just to make it seem a little bit more natural, make you feel a little bit, I don't know, just makes it feel a little bit more natural, like you're actually in the swamp or something. But so I have decided to not put waterfalls in this exhibit, and that's because I did some testing, because first I tested if these guys will try to eat otters, and they will try to eat them. I don't think they'll try to chase them through walls or anything like that. And just in case if they somehow get in this exhibit, I have it blocked off with barriers. So the only way they'll be able to is like going under. And so I hope that they don't try to do that. But even if they do, I don't think they should. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to get in there anyway. So yeah, as an extra just precaution right here, I'll just go and do that. But yeah, and the reason there aren't any waterfalls in here is because these guys will jump out of the water, which means that yeah, they can almost jump out of here, like they are very close to. So that's why I'm deciding not to do that, because yeah, it'd be a little bit risky to be doing that. And also decided to make this one thing flat because I had an extra layer down here, but they kept on swimming in circles around, like, so say if like this right here is where it'd turn, like where it'd go down one, they would get stuck on like this area right here between these 4 blocks, and they'd start spinning around in circles. So that is the main reason why I decided to not do that. So yeah, it's just gonna be like 1 block deep, which kind of sucks, but yeah, you know, you can't always get what you want. But right over here for this railing area, I decided to use glass so that way I have a better view of them. Someone did comment this on the last one, recommending that I use glass instead of that for the otters, which they said otters would be really nice, and I was already thinking that. So yeah, great minds think alike, I guess. But so yeah, I decided to take their idea up, use glass, and kind of help with the view. So yeah, anyway, now that everyone's all caught up, we can go ahead and get started. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this little, like, pretty much the mud on the, like, near the end of this. And I plan on doing mostly the exact same thing except over here, except making more rocks over here. And so it's pretty much just this, just more rocks and a little bit less water. So first off, just got to go ahead and start getting a mud area surrounding the pond. Alright, so this right here is the finished thing. I went ahead and just kind of, you know, textured the ground a little bit. And yeah, it's starting to look pretty decently identical to that exhibit right over there. And yeah, anyway, so now we need to go ahead and actually start adding in the rocks, because these right here are otters. They like to, you know, they like to get in like little rocky areas, I think, hopefully. But yeah, I want to add in a little bit more rocks over here than I did over there. So see, these are more simple rocks about like that. This scenario is gonna have more bigger rocks that you can actually climb through and, like, you know, pretty much like play around with and all that. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and just get one over here. We're just gonna lay it out with stone first, just that way it's a little bit easier. So we're gonna go ahead and make this about like that, and then we'll have it to where it might be easier for us to go ahead and get these blocks closer to each other, like the stone. But then I can do that, and then that, and that can be right there, there, and then this kind of goes up about like that. This goes over here, And I probably might need some staircases and all that, so I might just want to grab that really fast. Alright, and so now I added in all the little rocks and all that, and it's not too bad. I went ahead and upped this whole cliff right here just to make it to where they can't escape, and so here isn't a bad exhibit. So now it's time to go ahead and move on with the rest of everything, and it's time to go ahead and start working on the trees. And so of course there's probably not going to be that many trees, you know. We're going to probably have like, well, here's the thing, we don't want really, well, we're probably going to have one of those, just one. If maybe, I don't even know if I want one of those, because they could cause them to escape. I mean, I just have to be really careful, make sure they don't. So I think I'm just going to have one of those trees right here. Then I can have one of the, like those, the fence trees, and we'll put that one probably about there. And that right there will probably be it for the trees, because we don't have really too much room after that big rock right there. So we're only going to have like 2 trees. Alright, so after the trees were added in, I decided to add in like a little log right there, and 2 little floating like pieces of driftwood in the little pond, and then also added in a few extra rocks in here just to kind of keep the rocky vibe going on still in the water. So yeah, anyway, it's time to go ahead and start working on the like, you know, the rim of the pond decorations pretty much. So anyway, I just need to go ahead and do this right here and get some you know, little cattails going on, just kind of get this pond vibe keep on going. So that should be enough cattails. Don't really want to overdo it too much. And yeah, now it's time to go ahead and get some sugar cane on in here, just you know, continue that good around the pond vibe. Trying to make it very similar to the one in the alligator exhibit, because like I said, because you know, they're practically the same biome if you didn't know, because you know, they kind of live in the same area, or at least the type of otters I'm going for. I don't exactly remember the name of the otters I'm trying to do, but it's like a type of otters, and they live pretty much in the exact same habitat as alligators and caiman and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty much like the exact, so they live like pretty much in the same area. So yeah, so pretty much about like that right there should finish selling that pond vibe. Let's go ahead and get one more right in over there. And yeah, there we go. Now all I need to do is just, oh, okay, I forgot one thing. I just remembered one thing I forgot. You gotta get the granite in here to help kind of make that good, to help get that good slanted vibe, you know, because you gotta get, because some ponds do have instant drop-offs, but not this one right here. This one here is one that, you know, kind of slowly goes into like a, kind of is more like a ramp, slowly starts sloping down. So a little bit more pieces of grass in here, so, and then we'll go ahead and put one more lily pad right there, and that should do just fine. Just one more right there. So now we can just go ahead, clear that, and get the rest of the stuff in my hotbar, because I do not believe I will be needing too much more stuff, because yeah, we're pretty much nearing being very close to done. And while I'm on it, let me just go ahead and spawn in some, well, bone meal this grass up here to get some, just kind of get some coloration up here, get some liveliness up here. But anyway, so now I just need to go ahead and get some buttons spread out over here for tiny little pebbles. Like so, and I don't know if these otters are going to be doing, like if they're gonna start spinning around in circles and jumping on the buttons, because that would not be very good, and I'd have to be removing a lot of buttons, which would suck a lot, but let's hope it does not come down to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread them fully everywhere, because they're pretty easy to see for right now, so yeah, it's not too big of a deal. And so now I'm just go ahead and get some mushrooms on here, so there, here. Anyway, so this right here is the finished exhibit, and not gonna lie, it is alright. It's not my favorite, no, it's definitely not my favorite. But it is definitely better than some of my other ones. And let me just go ahead and get a tunnel view over here, so that way you just kind of get a good idea about what it would look like through the tunnel. And let's go ahead and back on out of here and go up here. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get in some of these otters. So they're not too big, so that means we don't need that many. And I hate that they don't have a swimming animation. That kind of sucks. But they do swim really fast, and they like to jump out of water, as I was saying. Like, see? Look at them. They just like to jump out of water, and they literally can almost get 2 blocks out of the water. Like, if they're going at full speed and they jump, because whenever they run into something, it slows them down a lot. It makes the jump a lot slower. But yeah, and I don't know why, but they go like really slow on land. They leave behind particles sometimes, which I don't really fully know why. And to be honest, sometimes I don't really want to know. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. So I don't know if I should go for 6 or not, because these guys are pretty small. So I'm thinking 6, just to kind of get a good even number, because I think we have 5 alligators. So might as well just get 6 of these guys and try to, you know, since these guys are so small and they have a pretty decently sized exhibit, we're just gonna go ahead and get 6 in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up right there and put all this stuff up, and there we go. So there's the otter exhibit. It's not too bad. I do really like it, like I did say like a minute ago. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.